What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she...
They are so cute. I like how they are together. Cookie don't get pissed off with her. With Rib, she's like, no, shut up, stop it.
I mean, she is pretty good. You say stop, she generally does.
I know, she's very obedient.
Excuse me.
We're gonna have to fly through this one, yeah? Just spent 2 hours. It's cold all of a sudden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know, under here I've got like a heated
Stop
shit.
it already, you weirdo.
No, I've got it ready for us.
All your heated shit.
Oh, it gets too cold for me. I can't take it and I can't afford the heating. So you got to do what you got to do. You're starting today. Well, this one. Okay. I'll do my... Okay. I like the music in our thingy bob. I've already said that to you,
What
innit?
thingy? What?
In our horror one.
I've put one on for every story.
I thought it was great.
Good and bad.
Yeah. It wasn't too loud. You could still hear the story perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's only on like a grade 2.
Yeah, I was impressed.
I thought it was still loud.
No, you could hear it, but it didn't distract.
Oh, I felt distracted.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Right, wait. Oh, we can't do it. She's got a flop on.
Flopped.
That's what happens, you see. Get to a certain age and they just flop on you. Oh,
Don't know what to say. It's true.
it's true. I feel like letting them both come up.
No.
No, she's like, no.
No, she's got breath.
She's got breath.
Yeah.
Good, otherwise she'd be dead, wouldn't she?
No, you don't want to breathe on you. Filthy animal.
That shampoo I use, like, all I can smell is talcum powder. Right. Are we ready?
Nah.
Hello everyone and welcome to Middle Age Opinion. I'm your host Ellie.
And I'm Emily and we are looking at Bridezillas today.
Dun, dun, dun. So you are going to start us off. I say go straight into it.
Yeah. So initially started on Am I the Arsehole? For telling my soon-to-be wife her wedding request is ridiculous and I will not budget on it. It then got moved over to Bridezilla, which is Bridezilla wants 17 bridesmaids, says she can't possibly reduce that number.
I don't think I like 17 people.
17!
17!
What?
17 best
17.
friends? No, mate. That's too many.
Right, ready?
Bed.
So, throwaway account, me, 27, is marrying 25 next summer and we are doing wedding planning. My wife has always been a very, hold on top, no it's fine, has always been, oh we just got to make the right hand big again.
Just can't see it.
It's just easier, isn't it?
It is so much, I can't believe I found that.
It's not even that I can't read it, it's just easier.
It makes it, yeah, pop.
My wife has always been a very social person and really loves her connections with her friends. She's the life of the party type and always goes way over the top with plans. The issue is the wedding party. My wife wants to have 17 written in words, not just the number now, bridesmaids. 17 3 times, see it?
17.
This would be her 2 sisters, my sister, 2 of her cousins, her 4 high school best friends, 6 members of her former sorority, including her big and little,
Girl.
who she's not even very close with anymore, but let's just say she took Greek life pretty seriously, and 2 of her co-workers she's known for about a year.
My God.
It's a no to no.
17. That's a lot.
I mean,
of people.
for me, it would have been the sisters, his sisters,
Maybe.
possibly cousins, depending on how close, and definitely friends. That's it, isn't it?
I had one cousin, Paul's niece, 2 best friends of my skin and blister. Done.
Am I unreasonable here for thinking that that is absolutely, positively insane.
No.
Like the entrance procession of this ceremony is going to take half an hour itself. Also, that would mean I need that many groomsmen. I think I have great friends and I'm social, but I don't have that many people. She suggested that since some of her friends have husbands and boyfriends, they can be groomsmen.
Mate.
Or some of her best guy friends can be groomsmen to make up for the number. I said, hell to the no. Because I want these people to be my special people to me.
Right.
I tried to talk to her about reducing the number, but she can't. Because all of these people are extremely important to her. I didn't say this, but some of her bridesmaids have gotten married, not including her as a bridesmaid. I suggested maybe cut some of the sorority sisters and maybe the co-workers. She hasn't known that long. She shot down any type of compromise. This is when I said I'm going to stop doing any of my part of the wedding planning until she agrees to do this. It's almost like we're playing a game of chicken to see who caves in to the other first. Am I the arsehole?
No.
Mate.
No, you're not the arsehole. Is it a hill to die on? Actually, should be the question. Do you know what I'm saying? Is this argument worth it? She is adamant these 17 people are really important to her. I don't believe that for a second.
No.
But is it a hill to die on? But then if he gives in, that's like his life. It's all going to be excessive all the time. Can you imagine the cost?
No.
How many guests you have? If 17
Well,
are
not many,
in the
because they're all in
bridal...
the...
That's what I'm saying. In the
They're
bridal
all part
party.
of it.
How big is this wedding? But is my big fat Greek wedding? When you mentioned Greek, that's what it made me think of.
Yeah.
I don't think he's being an arsehole.
No.
She isn't in reality and she's proper running with it. I get that she's excited
She's
and all that.
definitely in
But it's
the Lululand,
it's a bit
isn't she?
much, isn't it?
17 people.
17! All day. We're going shopping. We decide we're going out shopping in a minute. We're going to be going...
It's not.
17!
11! It's not okay.
Oh, that was a great story. If you haven't heard it, it's our... what was the podcast called?
It was the raunchy one.
Yeah, it was the raunchy one.
I can't think what it was called.
Oh, it's going to annoy me.
I'll tell you in a minute, hang on.
Yeah, have a quick mooch. Tell us what it was called.
Oh shit now. It was Slutty Confessions.
Slutty Confessions. Great stories on there. So if you are a fan of our podcast and you haven't listened to that, it's definitely something that we haven't done before, and it is a bit more raunchy than we've ever been, but you should definitely go and listen to that. Yeah. No, he's not an arsehole.
No, you're really not.
She is being a bridezilla. It's very excessive. Very excessive indeed. 17.
The top remark is, I'm going to a wedding with 30 people in the wedding party.
30 people?
The bride picked most of the groomsmen.
I mean, that's not
not
fair.
on, is it?
No.
It's not on. It's not on.
Mate. Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving through this a bit more swifter. Okay. Being a bridesmaid made me realise my best friend isn't really worth my time anymore.
Yeah.
Have you saved this?
I did.
Have you read it?
No.
Brilliant. My best friend got married and I was a bridemaid. A bridemaid? I was a bridemaid.
I was a bridemaid.
Oh, a bridemaid. I've been a bridemaid. You've been a bridemaid?
Of course.
Oh, I've been a bridemaid.
Actually, I think it'll be more than that.
Have I been a bridemaid twice? Yeah, I've been a bridemaid twice. Have I been? No, 3. And then if I was younger, that's like 4 or 5, like 5 times. Not enough. If you want me to be a bridesmaid, reach out to www.illbeyourBridesmaid.
Bridemaid.
Bridemaid. Right, anyway, moving on. My best friend got
So
married
easily
and I
distracted.
was... it's the ADHD. Maybe we both need a diagnosis. And I was a bridesmaid. I was out of pocket for the hen, due abroad, 1k. I didn't want to go really, but as a bridesmaid, I felt obliged, as you do.
As a bridesmaid?
As a bridesmaid, I regretted going when her sister cheated me out of around £400.
What?
Which I never got back. I didn't bring it up and just let it slide and moved on for the sake of the friendship and keeping the peace before the wedding. In the lead up to the wedding, I had a few small life events she didn't turn up for. I knew she was busy, so I wasn't too bothered. But then I saw her posting photos on Instagram, doing other things with other people instead. This left a bad taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But with the wedding coming up, I just let it slide again. Come to the wedding, I'd been told last year my room was all booked and covered because I was part of the bridal party. After the wedding night, I dropped off my keys and got called back to the reception, who hit me with a £350 bill. I was shocked and embarrassed, but paid and left. Later, I messaged the bride, assuming it was a mistake, but her response was, the venue said rooms are charged individually on checkout. I checked the venue website and realised I'd been put in one of the 5 most expensive rooms, all of which must be booked if you want your wedding there. So I feel pretty used. We haven't spoken since, and now I feel nothing but resentment whenever I see her wedding photos. I don't think I will ever speak to her again. Goal.
That's really sad.
Really fucking bad. It's really bad. Everybody has different budgets for wedding, including your bridesmaid.
Like, it's something that's got to be up for discussion.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Listen, I'd do anything for any of my friends with all the power that I have, but if I ain't got the money, I ain't got the money.
Yeah. Like, let your rich auntie have that room, not a problem. I'll get one of the other rooms. I'll still be there though.
Right. And if I
But not
can't
in that
afford,
room.
if I can't afford, you can't afford my dress or whatever, I'll still be there for you. You just get somebody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To do that, and I will be there for you. But if I'm checking out and then I've been told it's part of the wedding, and then I check out and you hit me with $350, mate, you want to jump and swivel, because I'll be like,
yeah, that's
Uncle,
on the bride.
yeah, Uncle Tom's paying for that. It's nothing
That's
to do
on the
with
bridal
me.
suite.
I would be mad. Not everyone's got that money.
No. Not if you're
She
under
set
the
her up.
illusion as well
She
that
set
it's
her
been
up.
sorted, it was done, it was part of their wedding
And then you
package.
find out you could have got a room for £42. Can you imagine?
Fucking livid on the ground floor.
Yeah. Or if you can't even afford to stay the night, you find a way to go home, right?
Yeah.
It's completely unacceptable. What a fucking bitch. Top comment. You were absolutely used. I focus on your friends who were there for you during this time of need. I assume the life events were ones you were looking for support during. So also probably get a discount on the room due to her party booking. Oh, she would have got a discount on her room. Those expensive rooms are as in an expense, so easily could be prepared for you. Had she done that, that would have given you the opportunity to opt out, and she wouldn't have gotten her discount. OP, thanks y'all.
Thanks, y'all.
You're right. You live and you learn, eh?
The hard way, sadly.
I think it is sad. Cookie, I love you, but can you finish licking yourself out after the podcast? Thanks. That's my dog, yeah? It's not either of us. Right, over to you.
Oh, bless her. Alright.
I've also saved 2 in this Reddit for you. I like her. I'm thinking of you all time. Go. Okay.
My toxic sister-in-law is hijacking my wedding.
Okay.
So me, female 25, and my sister-in-law, female 22, have been getting into fights recently because she keeps trying to take control of everything in my wedding. First, when I was planning the cake, she insisted to come with me to the cake testing, even though my husband told her not to, and the whole time she was butting in her opinion, saying things like, don't get, I hate that flavour, etc. And petty comments like that. Not only with the cake, but she was trying to micromanage my flower arrangements also. She happened to show up at the same time said planning was going on and started sharing her opinion on the flowers I liked. I really wanted peonies, but she said they were tacky. I hate that word.
What, tacky?
Oh,
Do you? How funny.
it makes my mouth water. Like, I hate that word.
Why? What
It's
about
just
it?
dirty. It's just such a horrible word.
How funny.
That's a horrible word.
Okay. Don't know if you should have told me that.
Yeah, and
It's a
probably
bit
not.
tacky to tell me that.
Use it in the right context, please.
I'm being tacky.
If I'm sick on your sofa, it's your fault.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all washable. Go on.
And basic. So instead, I want the baby's breath. She even went as far to talk to the florist when I left the room behind my back and share her opinion.
Of course you did.
Important note, I am also 5 months pregnant and she seems to share her opinion on everything I do with my baby, down to the vitamins I take and what I eat. The cherry on the top is that she is begging to be my maid of honour, but we aren't even that close, and she knows my best friend was planning on being my maid of honour. But every time I try to tell her this, she breaks into tears. Please give me advice. I don't know what to do.
You got to put a stop to it. You have to put your foot down.
That's really stressful to be.
She should actually speak to
5
her
months
husband
pregnant and have that pressure.
She needs to speak to her husband and say, listen, I don't want to get on your sister, but it's too much for me. Can you ask her to back off a little bit, please? Really not her responsibility. It's not her responsibility.
It's awful, isn't it?
What's top comment?
Top comment is, you and your fiance need to stop telling her when you have appointments, problem solved.
Yeah, it's quite true.
Off of that, get off. It says exactly this: information diet is the only way to go from here. Also, don't tell who your vendors are and make sure to password protect everything. Lastly, I'd contact the florist and ask if you can switch the order to peonies. Fuck your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Edit. I missed the mother-in-law, maid of honour thing. Just stop it, really. Don't talk to her about any part of your wedding, and do not make her even a bridesmaid. Go ask your friends to be in your wedding party and cut her off. Just send her a text saying, I have now chosen my bridesmaids and I couldn't fit you in. Sorry.
Yeah.
I feel it's better if you attend only as a close family member to the groom, because if you have her as a bridesmaid, she will continue bossing you around and stealing your thunder.
Weird. Or if you've got a friend that's a bit bolshy, have them be your bridesmaid and get them to redirect her.
Since when are baby's breath more elegant than peonies?
I don't know.
This was somebody else. Is like, what?
Yeah, I don't know a lot about flowers, but I think flowers at your wedding are a personal choice. I didn't care much. I didn't want orchids because to me they look like vaginas.
They do. I had them.
They look like vaginas, and I just thought I don't want to be looking at vaginas all day. I got my own. If I want to have a look, I'll have a look. But other than that, I was up for anything. That was literally my one. No, thank you. I don't like them. I tell you what else I don't like as well. Those red Christmas flowers.
My mum loves those.
That plant thing.
Yeah.
Don't like them. Don't know why. I just don't like them.
Well, off of since when has baby breath been more elegant than peonies?
They were upset about that.
Someone else was very upset. Retired florist here. Baby breath suck. It smells like cat pee in large quantities and
I'm gonna
is
have to
so
look at it.
freaking tacky.
80s
80s.
breath.
Mauve and aqua wedding nightmares. Peonies are lovely,
Oh.
but very...
I don't think they're ugly. I don't
very...
want to get another violation, so I'm just trying to show them the picture
So
and
I
not
recommend...
advertise.
It's just that white shit.
And what's the other one called?
Peonies, they're what Helen had.
I've no idea what she had. I was very
They're like
drunk.
really fat, round, almost a little bit rosy, but not.
These flowers.
Yeah, Peoni.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah. Peonies.
They are beautiful. I don't like. You can see there.
Mm.
Yeah, very pretty. In fact, now I remember looking at it visually. I actually remember. Yeah, blow her off, mate. Get her out. I'd speak to your husband because otherwise you're setting yourself up for things to come. I think if you don't put a stop
I
in
think
it,
change the date. Just bring it forward.
yeah,
Don't tell
have
her.
her turn up the week after.
Yeah.
Right.
Just don't tell her.
Moving swiftly on. Cheating bridesmaid who lost everything. This was picked specifically for Ems. Not entirely sure if this story classifies as a bridezilla, but I posted this story in a comment on another post, and here's slightly longer one. I was supposed to be in the wedding and ultimately dropped out. This was over a year and a half ago in the making. The bride came from a super religious family, and the mum helped the groom, who's in the military, design and purchase the engagement ring. He proposed without talking to her first, less than a year together, I think, and in front of a group of people. She wanted to say no, but felt pressured to say yes. Later, she asked us to be her bridesmaids, claiming that they are all good now. Our first red flag. The cost started adding up for the bridesmaids. To be fair, it was the maid of honour who totaled an exorbitant of £900 plus per bridesmaid for a dress. Professional hair and makeup, the bachelorette party she was planning, stuff the bride wouldn't even like, and the hotel the night of the wedding, even though it was only 45 minutes from our houses. After we couldn't reason with the maid of honour, most bridesmaids and college students, and the maid of honour said, just save £20 a week from now until the wedding. We decided to talk to the bride about an upcoming party. This is where it gets fun. We had suspected the bride was cheating on her fiance at the party. She ended up cheating with her ex, and we all saw it. Many times we tried to talk to her about it, but she didn't think her fiance needed to know. She even later made up a story that her fiance was cheating on her. This was false as far as we are aware. This went on for a bit because we, one by one, backed out of the party and later RSVP'd that we are not going to the wedding. Turns out a few nights before the wedding, the bride got wasted and was complaining to her fiance sister that he said that she doesn't give a good blowjob compared to his ex.
Wow.
Fiance hears this and drunkenly says something like, "At least I don't cheat on my partner." And his family is like, "Hold on, what?" During the rehearsal dinner the next day, his family confronts her. Both parents take the bride and groom into a room for like an hour and a half. Her parents find out everything, including that she isn't a virgin. Again, super religious family, this is not cool. They decided to still hold the wedding. Next morning, the bride to be receives a text from the groom saying that he can't do it. Bride and her family all go to the hotel he is staying at, and the bride's dad flips his shit. Turns out he had dropped £150,000 for this wedding. What the fuck? Pay our student loans, please. Right, you know. And the groom's family then leave to travel back to their home state. Bride goes home. Bride's parents go down the aisle to renew their vows in a half-empty, ununiformed church full of guests. They still go to the reception since it was already paid for.
By them.
Yeah, though many guests just leave. The bride and groom continue to date long distance for 2 more months before officially breaking up. Edit. Shall I do the edits in a minute? You tell me what you think first.
What the fuck?
I'm gutted I weren't there. I'm not going to lie. It was doomed.
I mean, how did they even still make it to sort of the church area?
I mean,
how
they're
did
both
they even...
cheating on each other.
What the
He's complaining to his sister about his fiance's blowjobs. Very strange. And then it all comes out that she's cheating and he's probably cheated. Let me do the edits. Again, the guys in the I'm assuming this is to answer people's question, in the military, in a submarine. Even she had 0 contact with him. For those of us who met him, it was only once. We did all we could, and he did know she was a really good friend to all of us, but not anymore. It's sad and we wanted to help, but we had enough of her compulsive lying and manipulating there you go, nature. I hope that she changes her ways and finds someone nice in the future. I just feel like they deserve each other. The top comment.
Go on.
No, you go. Okay, all right. I mean, right. So top comment. This is 5 years ago, by the way. I mean, on the one hand, proposing in front of people is ridiculous, especially if you are in the military and hardly know the people in the room at the time. It doesn't exactly give you an out if there is an issue and puts a whole lot of pressure on. So I do think this was a setup to fail. Also, I feel for the bride if she had hugely religious expectations placed on her by her and the groom's family, irrelative of her cheating. Bed. Of her cheating. They have no right to demand that she is a virgin before she gets married. I mean, the whole thing was just a shit show.
It's just a shit show.
You know when you see these people and they propose in these places in front of everyone, if that had been the case and I didn't want to marry the person, I would say yes, so they weren't hurt and embarrassed. And then once we were done with that, I'd be like, oh, by the way, we're not actually getting married. I just wanted you to save face in front of all those people. I can't stand it when they go, no, run away. I'm like, that was well rude. You didn't have to do that.
No, not when there's effort.
It's the effort and everybody watching. I mean, that's humiliating.
I mean, how long between getting engaged and actually
Like a
getting
month.
married? Between getting engaged and getting married.
It's
Then
just
they
ridiculous.
should
Well,
have
he
just
was
held off.
obviously unsure, because if he's on this submarine, babe, he's hardly.
All right, well, they hardly know each other
And
either.
what's going to happen? He's going to come home after 2 years on a tour, and she's got 2 kids under the age 2. They're both yours.
It's just a little bit silly, isn't it?
The whole thing.
Impulsive marriage. The engagement. that doesn't bother me so much, because at the end of the day, they could have had a long engagement,
Right.
got to know each other better. And if they didn't get married at the end of it, no one's actually lost anything.
Of course.
You know? But to be engaged one week and married the next is just...
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, especially when you work away for such a long amount of time.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, that was that one.
Wow.
Over to you.
Crazy people.
I know. I just feel like
I mean, the
gets
whirlwind
worse
must
and
be
worse.
great, but only whilst you're there.
I just don't know why he jumped to getting married. I really don't, because you're just making the whole situation something that it doesn't need to be.
No, right, okay. Bridezillas. This is Mumzilla.
Okay.
My wedding is in 2 months. Nothing extravagant, but weddings are expensive nonetheless. Just went in for alterations with my mum, sister and friend, who's a bridesmaid. My mum was extremely disrespectful to my friend while I was in the dressing room. The conversation that sparked the drama was bridesmaid dresses. I want all my bridesmaids to wear a different colour, and I was okay with them wearing different material. Though my mum is paying for the wedding, as she insisted, and is not paying for bridesmaid dresses, she told my friend she is going to return her dress and get a different one. My friend asked my mum if they could take a pause, as my mum got incredibly aggressive with her. Mum couldn't chill, so my friend left as peacefully as she could. I came out and I was upset but calm as a cucumber. I tried to explain to my mum that I told everyone the deal with bridesmaid dresses. Different colours but complementing colours and different materials were good with me. Mum exploded on me and in the parking lot says I'm ungrateful, disrespectful, and that she's paying for everything. Calls me a fucking bitch and storms off. I'm ready to pay Mum back for all expenses thus far as... I'm ready to pay Mum back for all expenses thus far and just go to the courthouse. It's been a terrible day. I don't see her coming around and doing the right thing, as she has had these episodes the last few weeks. I'm worried about her, as she is a brick wall and will not discuss her feelings, but clearly she's going through something. She would rather be buried 6 feet under than admit something is wrong or be vulnerable. Anyways, never thought I would be living this Mumzilla Reddit type life, but here we are.
So I just want to be clear. She wanted to change the colour of a dress.
She wanted. So the conversation that sparked the drama was the bridesmaids' dresses. I wanted my bridesmaids to wear a different colour and was okay with them wearing different materials. Though my mum is paying for it, as she insisted, and is not paying for bridesmaid dresses. She told my friend that she's going to return the dress and get a different one. My friend asked my mum if they could take a pause, as my mum got incredibly aggressive with her. So there's not enough information there really, but if mum's not paying for the bridesmaid dresses...
No, I actually feel like it's too much pressure. She's saying, to me it sounds like she's saying I think she's ill, but actually I think it's the pressure of the whole wedding that's getting to her. Yeah. Like the mum's going a bit fucking loopy.
Yeah.
Like Paul's...
She's got an idea and it's not fitting in, isn't it?
Paul's mum, on my wedding day, before we were about to leave, went, I'm not coming.
Okay.
I'm not coming. Because, I don't know, she was stressed or whatever, and I was just like, okay, bye. Okay, bye. So I do feel like stress gets to people like that. Someone's cooking.
It's right. It's her child who's gone to university, who's trying to fend for himself. I think it's bacon.
Well, that will make for an interesting part. Come on. Quick. In. Come.
What is it, bacon?
No, it's sausages. It's like fully on full power. Door like closed and that door wide open, and I'm like, brother, it's just a bit of smoke. Oh my god, don't. Oh, it's there. I was like, oh no, if I left my phone there. Right, sorry. Yeah, I feel like she's under too much pressure. I do. I feel like she's stressed and under too much pressure.
It sounds like she's putting herself under that pressure.
100%. I don't know why she's interfering in the bridesmaid dresses, but she is throwing in her face. Well, I paid for everything else. So, oh well.
Don't
bother. That was exciting.
Top comment: return the money, pay for your own wedding, apologise and smooth it over with your friend. It's not your fault, but obviously you need to talk to your friend. It seems to be the norm that when you take money from your parents for a wedding, they go Zilla. Or if this is known behaviour, you shouldn't have taken money from her in the first place.
Right. I do. I feel like it, you know, it can get a bit like that. Well, I'm helping. Well, don't bother then.
My parents didn't.
No, but your parents are proper chill.
No, my parents didn't. I had other people being like that, like that. Pretty sure we're paying for you, so
yeah,
just
mind your business.
chill out.
Your mum and dad are proper chill. My mum and dad were really chill, to be fair.
Yeah.
Some people are chill about it. Right, moving swiftly on from the fire alarm. I stepped down as maid of honour 3 months before her £1 million wedding.
I saw this one.
And didn't attend, but I feel certain my decision based on what I feel certain in my decision based on what occurred.
What occurred?
What occurred?
What occurred?
What's occurring? Anyway, she's been my best friend since we were 12, and now we're 27. 4 years ago, she started dating her now fiance, who's wealthy. She was initially drawn to his G-Wagon, which is why... which is why she was interested in him in the first place. About 6 months...
G-Wagon?
I'm assuming it's some sort of car. About 6 months into their relationship, they both cheated. He left her stranded in the Bahamas while interested
there are worse places she could have been stranded.
While interested in another girl, and
it's a Merc. Mercedes.
And she lied to us, her friends, about taking family trips when she was really using his G-Wagon to visit this guy she was cheating on with, or flying to California to see him. California dreams. Anyway, they broke up. She dated the new guy until he cheated on her.
Oh,
karma.
Surprise.
And then she got back with her now fiance. Throughout their rocky relationship.
Hold on, now fiance as in the original.
Millionaire. The millionaire, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Throughout their rocky relationship, he brought her a 1.5 million condo.
Because clearly she needed that.
That's what I'm saying. I need one as well. Which they designed entirely with his money. In 2022, they broke up again, and I let her stay with me. After about a month, they reconciled and got engaged a few months later.
Again.
But over the past 2 years, as she focused entirely on her £1 million Italian wedding. Wedding, we drifted apart. She doesn't work and has spent the last 1.5 years on the wedding, making it her entire personality. Our friendship suffered with incidents like her bringing friends of hers whom I'm not friends with to my birthday dinner, where she arrived an hour late and only talked about her wedding the entire time, while for her birthday I threw her a surprise party and spent a week planning. She also told me I needed to change my hair colour or wear a wig for her wedding. On top of that, she kissed another guy during her bachelorette trip and later got mad at her friends for not making their bachelorette Instagram posts all about her. She even had a meltdown on our bachelorette trip, throwing a tantrum and accusing us of being ungrateful. After the bachelorette trip, I said that about 8 times, I realised she wasn't the friend I grew up with anymore and decided I didn't want to be her maid of honour or even stay friends. I sent her a message to let her know I was stepping down from her wedding party and that we needed space. It was harsh.
It's not you, it's me.
It was harsh but necessary. A few weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. Also, her and I talked, airing our grievances, but she only half-hearted took responsibility. We left things unresolved and I haven't yet told her that I was pregnant. I eventually went to her bridal shower and birthday dinner, but we didn't clarify my role in the wedding or my invitation status. Later she texted me, pressuring me to confirm if I was attending her wedding. I wanted to tell her in person that I couldn't go because I needed to save money due to being pregnant and also didn't want to travel to Italy due to that. However, she kept insisting, so I ended up texting my decision. When I finally visited her to explain a few days later and officially announced that I was pregnant to her, the conversation quickly shifted back to her wedding. She did not seem generally happy for me and made comments like, I wish your pregnancy didn't overshadow my upset. And you're not going to announce your pregnancy at the same time as my wedding, right? Do you like my little accent then? This was the last time we spoke. I announced my pregnancy and gender on Instagram a few weeks before her wedding. She didn't comment or congratulate me. This weekend was her wedding and I did send her a congratulatory, that word, message, but she hasn't responded. I feel certain that stepping down away was the right decision, but am I wrong for feeling this way? What do you think about that?
Yeah, get the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I feel like
that is a messy situation.
She's asking if she did the right thing, and I think actually it's because she's grieving the loss of the friendship.
Yeah. When you've been in a friendship for that long,
it's like losing somebody. It's like somebody's died.
But yet they're still there.
Yeah, of course, but they're not who they were. So you are technically grieving a loss. That's what she's going through. That's why she's having all these questions.
The guilt and of, should I be doing this really? And yeah,
exactly.
You've got to protect yourself at the end of the day.
It's not easy, but people do grow apart. You either grow together or you grow apart, or you respect the different interests that you have as friends. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It is sad, but I feel like the money got to her head.
Money got to her head.
It's not your fault.
It's not ever going to be something that lasts either.
And when you have this baby, all that doubt and drama will just disappear because you'll be too busy focusing on other things. It is sad. Someone said I had to Google G-Wagon.
I googled G-Wagon.
Not sure if I'm too old or too poor, probably both. High five! We are as well.
It's just a 4x4 Merc. It's not even fancy. It might be, but I don't think it is.
I do feel sorry for her.
Yeah, because she's now in a position where like she should be
She's questioning.
celebrating
Yeah.
what's going on with her.
But
as
her
well.
friend
But
should
her
be
friend should also
celebrate,
be
yeah,
celebrating
and she's
her.
not. She couldn't give a fuck. It's all about her, and friendships like that never work.
No.
And it won't be as she moves on, and you know she has this life with her baby partner, or however she's doing it, single, whatever. She will move on, and she will, continue to have close relationships and that. It won't be her in 10 years' time looking back thinking, oh, I wish we were still friends. It's going to be the other one.
Yeah.
Because she's going to realise that a lot of people, new friends, are around her because of the money, because of the lifestyle. And once that's all gone, you've got to ask yourself what you're really left with.
What have you got left?
Exactly. And if it isn't close friends, then it ain't worth it. Over to you. You're finishing us off. This is going to be... The last pod was about 2 hours. It's going to be about 20 minutes.
This is a really, really short one, so I'm not going to read that. It's a paragraph.
Okay, read this one.
No, I've got another one.
This one's better.
Well, you read it then.
No, you read it.
No.
Okay, go on then. You read yours. No, you read it. No, you
No,
read
you.
it. No, you. You. And that's how we're going to end today. We hope you enjoyed. I've got to do stretches now because the body's old. Right, bye-bye, my darlings.
Bye.
Until next time.
Wow. What do you think of that? I think. What don't you think of that?